Oh, hey everybody. Time for the UFC 284 official weigh-in live stream brought to you by the illustrious team at MMA Fighting. Are we live?
Oh, we're live, baby.
Oh, good. I'm sorry. I'm also watching. People should know I'm a narcissist. I also watch the stream while we're doing it, and so I didn't see it gone like yes. We are live now. Thank you everyone for joining us. As I said, UFC 284 official weigh-ins. The MMA Fighting team is here. We'll have video of all. I'm gonna do some quick math here. 26 fighters that are scheduled to compete on Saturday. That's a lot of fighters, a lot of local talent. You know the Australia crowd is going to be excited about it. Thank you. I am Alexander K. Lee here just to host these festivities, as it were. But we've got our man Jose Youngs in Australia. He's been there all week, of course, as if you've been paying attention to MMAfighting.com and all our socials. The man giving you those videos at 2, 3, 4 in the morning has been Jose Youngs, bringing you that coverage live. So you can definitely please thank him for that. Send him some nice DMs. And we have EKC Leiden in the truck already, troubleshooting, fixing problems, putting out fires. Well, there you go. He's fixed the timer. We have a proper countdown now, guys. There will be a weigh-in graphic as always to keep you updated. So please, you do not need to ask, has so-and-so weighed in? Has this so-and-so missed? We'll be flashing that graphic periodically, and maybe I'll pin important ones to the top of the YouTube comments. Jose, how's the air down there?
What do you mean?
How's the air down under?
It's
I'm so sorry.
Very warm. It's very warm. It's very hot. It's very, but it's cool. I like Perth. Perth is a fun city.
Why is it hot down there?
It's about as far away as humanly possible, but it's still fun. Because it's summertime technically over here.
What? Right. That seems backwards over there. Are you primed and hydrated for this show?
You know what? I tell you what, at the official weigh-ins, obviously, if you want to go watch it on MMA Fighting's YouTube page and watch the highlight clip, it was brought to you by Prime and Monster. So like one half of the, so when you entered, the stage was in the middle, and on the left there was a giant Prime like inflatable Prime energy drink, and people handing Prime bottles out. And on the right, it was the same thing but for Monster. So I was like, well, I've never had Prime, so I want to try it. And the age demographic of people in line was. I can't say many of them were older than 13 years old, and there was like a one limit per person, and they were all shaking down adults to go get them more Prime. But I was like, I want to try it, so I tried it, and I tell you what, it is incredibly average.
Hey, why is
it is? I don't understand it's literally just coconut water with a slight flavor. Hey, we're going.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, weigh-ins. We're starting.
UFC's here.
Of course. Sounds like we've got Volkanovski coming up first. We are not expecting any issues here making weight. The man coming up from 145.
I like Anna. Anna gave him the moniker, the man the card is built around, not Makhachev.
Well, he'll say that for him too.
Yeah.
Alexander Volkanovski.
154.5. That's one half official for Saturday's main event. Half an ounce under the championship limit. Again, no big surprises here. I don't think anyone thought there was going to be much weigh-in drama. I assume we'll probably have.
Who?
There's here Blake Bilder, I believe. That was what they said.
Blake Bilder. Oh, yeah.
Blake.
146, the official
Yes.
for Blake Bilder.
That is Blake Bilder at 146.
It's a cool name. Blake Bilder.
Very cool name.
I'm not gonna forget that name.
Does he have a nickname? Let me check it.
Bob.
Like Bob Bilder? Yeah.
With Bob the Builder.
Yair Rodrigues coming up. Blake Bilder's nickname is apparently El Animal.
Animal Builder?
Hmm.
All right.
Animal.
Whatever.
Like animals.
The official weight for Yair Rodrigues.
145 on the dot for Yair Rodrigues. There you go. There's that championship weight he needed for his interim title opportunity against Josh Emmett on Saturday night.
Exciting.
Very exciting. Great matchup. Oh, we got an early heavyweight.
Ooh.
That's
Someone.
okay. All right.
Well, wasn't he the one that missed? Wasn't he the heavyweight that missed weight last time? So
He
probably,
was one of the him and I think did he come back and
Wait.
must have come back and made.
No.
Oh.
266, the official weight for Justin Tafa.
266 using that 1 pound allowance for a non-title fight, Justin Tafa.
Yeah. So Tafa can't come in. He
My
can't win the title tonight.
division now is saying hello to Jack Jenkins.
Another alliterative fighter making his debut, Jack Jenkins from the Contender Series.
Is he Australian?
He is also Australian, yes.
Oh, what a handsome man. I just see mustache.
He does look a little like Pedro Pascal, doesn't he? We were saying before the show.
I see it. I do see it. I see it. You're right.
145 and a half, the official weight for Jack Jenkins.
145.5, Jack Jenkins, official for his UFC debut.
His nickname is also Bob.
All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in a prelim in the UFC strawweight division, Elise Reed.
Elise Reed, one of the fights I'm most excited about. Her fight with Loma Lookboonmee on the early prelims.
$115 and a half, the official weight for Elise Reed.
115.5 for Elise Reed. And Jose was correct. Justin Tafa was the young man who missed heavyweight. The only fighter.
Charged with kicking off the ESPN prelim portion in the lightweight division, Francisco Prado.
Francisco Prado coming up. The only fighter, Justin Tafa, to ever miss. Greg Hardy did miss once upon a time, but also was able to make it on a second attempt. But Justin Tafa, the only heavyweight to miss the heavyweight limit in the UFC. Mm-hmm. Francisco Prado coming up now.
Uh-oh. Got potato internet coming in.
$154 and a half, the official weight for Francisco Prado.
154.5 for Francisco Prado. Waiting for his opponent, Jamie Mullarkey. Prado, also a newcomer, not from the Contender Series. He was a veteran.
Now the UFC's light heavyweight momentum going. Please welcome Alonzo Menifield.
Prado, a veteran of Argentina's Samurai Fight House promotion. Here comes light heavyweight Alonzo Menifield. And if you want to hear a hilarious comment, go find Sadiq Yusuf's breakdown of this fight. Highly hilarious, highly unprofessional.
It is.
206, the official weight for Alonzo Menifield.
206 for Alonzo Menifield. No issue there. Using that 1 pound allowance. He's opening the main card against Jimmy Crute.
Jimmy Crute, it's Black History Month. Do the right thing.
People asking, has so-and-so weighed in yet? We have a graphic right on the screen.
The UFC's featherweight
right on the
division,
screen.
Shane Young.
Why is it my clock?
Shane Young.
$145 and a half for Shane Young.
145.5 for Shane Young. His fight with Blake Bilder is official.
Oops.
What's happening?
Also competing in the featherweight division here on Sunday, Melsik Bagdasaryan.
Here comes Melsik Bagdasaryan. I was like, should I prompt him? Like, no, he's a professional. He's gonna know to do it. I don't regret. I don't regret having faith in you.
Yeah.
Melsik Bagdasaryan weighing in now.
Melsik.
146, the official weight for Melsik Bagdasaryan.
146 for Melsik Bagdasaryan. Thank you, comments. I think it was Brendan Adrian, the first to chime in. Chris Burnett also missed weight last year. Chris Burnett facing some serious personal tragedy before that fight. But yes, Chris Burnett did also miss weight.
Next fighter to weigh in this morning, competing in the UFC's lightweight division, Elvis Brenner.
Another debutant, Elvis Brenner, coming up here. One of the biggest underdogs on the card because he's been paired up with Zubaira Tukhugov. Definitely not a fun first UFC fight if there is such a thing.
Elves.
155 and a half, the official weight for Elvis Brenner.
155.5 for Elvis Brenner. So this is a lightweight bet. I'm sorry. I thought this was a.
All right, next athlete to weigh in.
He is on weight. Elvis Brenner is on weight.
Ranked light heavyweight, the world defending bomber himself, Jimmy Crute.
Jimmy Crute. Here we go. Jimmy Crute coming back and to fight in his home country.
I think Jimmy trains out of Melbourne.
You mean Melbourne?
It's Burn. There's an R in it. I respect the spelling.
Tire sauce, right, Casey?
$204 and a half, the official weight for Jimmy Crute.
Half a pound under the limit. Jimmy championship. Jimmy Crute 204.5. His fight with Alonzo Menifield is now official.
All right, now set to weigh in advance of his first UFC championship opportunity, the number 5 ranked featherweight contender, Josh Emmett.
Josh Emmett. We are about to have one of our title fights be official.
Dude, Josh Emmett looks so much better with that beard. I just got to say. I moved him up 2 spots in the rankings.
Okay, you have to, I think, out of principle.
If we don't have principle, what do we have?
We become animals. He's apparently very into, I want to say, World of Warcraft. He's got a whole thing on his website about he's the fighting Falmer.
145 for Josh Emmett. And with that, your interim featherweight championship fight is now
145. Don't wait till I say it. 145 for Josh Emmett, same as Yair Rodrigues. That interim featherweight championship co-main event on Saturday is now official.
Also,
Mullarkey.
It's Skyrim, not World of Warcraft.
Oh, I knew you were good. I knew it. I was like, it felt wrong when I said World of Warcraft. I knew someone was going to get me.
He's rooting to
You can
Southern
go to
at the time.
YouTube page. To be continued.
This is Jamie Mullarkey.
155, the official weight for Jamie Mullarkey.
155 for Jamie Mullarkey. His fight with Francisco Prado is now official.
Heck yeah.
Mullarkey, always fun. Probably one of the most consistently fun fighters in the UFC. Just a good time.
Live on ESPN, the UFC's light heavyweight division, Tyson Pedro.
Tyson Pedro.
$206 206, the official weight for Tyson and Pedro.
206 for Tyson Pedro. No issues there. Waiting for his opponent, the returning Modestas Bukauskas.
All right, now moving back to the strawweight division as we say hello to Loma Lookboonmee.
Here's Loma Lookboonmee.
Wow, she's so much shorter than.
She is. She I did a little bit of a camera adjustment there.
Zoom in on the smallest human on the card.
115 and a half, the official weight for Loma Lookboonmee.
115.5 for Loma Lookboonmee. One of the. Oh, her fight with Elise Reed is now official.
Right, next athlete to the stage, competing in the UFC strawweight division. UFC review here Sunday morning, Shannon Ross.
Shannon Ross. We had Shannon's incredible story. If you want to learn more about him, is up there on MMAfighting.com. Like a lot of fighters, has been through a lot, but probably has been through a little more than most. Quite an incredible story.
Tell me a little bit. Give me a teaser.
There's some. I don't want to. I'll hit you with the headline right here. It's the best way to say it. This was. I thought Mike wrote this. Did Mike write
Hold
this?
on. Wait. Don't miss the wait.
125 and a half for Shannon Ross.
125.5 for Mr. Shannon Ross. Shannon Ross's insane story of fighting for UFC contract with ruptured appendix and he fought for his UFC contract with a ruptured appendix and blood poisoning. So that's not a great time.
Yeah, why would you do that? Oh, gotta.
Yeah, we gotta just Loma Lookboonmee threw everything off. This is Modestas Bukauskas.
206 for Modestas Bukauskas.
206 for Modestas Bukauskas. His fight with Tyson Pedro is now official. Weird typo.
Wait. He have a break?
Yes,
break.
Casey?
Yeah, we have a break. Stop touching your nose. You're on camera. Okay.
I was picking it actually. So
Yeah.
just so you know.
You find anything?
Yep, gold mine. Casey, what were you were about to ask a question? Were you not?
Oh, so wait. So was he? I guess I gotta read the story.
I guess you got to read the story. Yeah.
I was gonna ask for more details, but
I'll tell you because I'm the one that asked the question.
Please.
He didn't know he had he had appendicitis going into the fight that he didn't know of. He was just he felt like overly hungry during the fight week, and so he lost. And then after the fight, he just felt like death, and went to the UFC doctor and was like, "I think I'm dying." And then they ran a bunch of tests. Apparently, his appendix burst like during fight week, and which caused blood poisoning. So he still fought for a contract during it. Oh, people are back. Oh, Islam's here.
oh boy.
It's a hell of a story. I mean, just a little recap. We got Islam. Here we go. A lot of doubters. A lot of people questioning.
You know what, Mr. Makhachev, you get the full screen, baby. Oh, the box of shame this early.
Excuse me. It's just a box right now. We do not know if it was a box of shame or a box of redemption. Please let us respect the fighter. We don't know what the box is yet. Arms all the way up. No contact. 155. The lightweight championship main event on Saturday is now official.
Hold on.
I want to beat John Anik to it.
Yeah. Say it again.
Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski for the UFC lightweight championship is now official.
Yeah.
Look, he doesn't look like he's loving cutting that weight, but there were times Khabib didn't show up on weigh-in day looking exactly fresh and rosy either. So I don't know if I'm super concerned about the big cut. We know he's cutting big. We know that. It's not a secret. His team has been very open about it. They've talked about him possibly fighting at 170, or I shouldn't say possibly. He will fight at 170 in the future. They just don't know when. How long he can keep doing this, but. I don't know. I don't know how much this tends to affect people's predictions, their wagering, what have you. But as long as they make weight, I tend to not overreact because I've seen both. I've seen guys show up the scale looking like crap and they fight like crap. I've seen guys show up the scale looking like crap and they fight like, exactly like you would want them to. They fight in a fantastic way. So I would say don't read too much into it. But hey, I also say don't bet on MMA. So people, make of it what you will. We'll replay that later for any late comers. But we've got a healthy viewership coming in here. So for people who don't know, by the way, I think everything's a little backwards now, which makes sense because this show is coming to us from the land down under. So we did our preview show already live. You guys can watch that later. We did the preview show with Mr. Calvin Cater. It was a hell of a show. Very enjoyable. He had a lot of nice words to say about Yair Rodrigues and Josh Emmett, as you can imagine. Very. So you guys can check that. And we answered questions there. But listen, we can also answer some questions here in a bit, depending how much of a wait we have. But hopefully it is only 6:20 Eastern time. We have an hour and 40 left for Saturday's fighters to come in. And we already have several fights that are official. Fingers crossed there's no drama. I know you guys watching love the drama. But fingers crossed, everyone weighs in. We already have, again, if you want to see the graphic, we already have Islam Makhachev, Alexander Volkanovski recorded on the scale. The featherweight champion is official to challenge the UFC's lightweight champion in Saturday's main event. And our interim featherweight championship co-main event fighters, Yair Rodrigues and Josh Emmett, also came in 145 on the dot. So two of the biggest people are saying this is kind of a 2-fight card, at least as far as name value goes, and those 2 fights are set to go for now.
Oh yeah, you're definitely paying. Was it pay-per-view's $80 now? So you're paying $40 per fight now.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, you know what? These 2 fights pretty good. Really, I would say even just Islam and Volkanovski.
Well, then you'll be paying $80 for that fight.
Okay, worth it.
Yair and Josh Emmett, that's, I don't want to get into all this. It's really a number 1 contenders fight, maybe.
It's a fight with a belt on the line. That is undeniable. You can't deny that, Casey.
Them facts.
Down
in front.
Who is that, Casey?
I gotta see that Prime logo.
I generally have no idea.
Nah, I'm joking. He can do it. He can do what he wants. Let the man work.
I'm just putting out I know people are going to ask, even though we have a graphic on screen, but I'm just letting people know. I'm going to pin the weights of our 4 title fight participants in the chat. This is what I do. I like to go above and beyond for the people, Casey, because they deserve it. MMA fans deserve it.
They do.
They do.
Yeah, of course they do.
All championship fights are.
So,
official.
What time is it in Perth right now?
7:20.
7:20 a.m. Okay.
Damn.
Correct.
Damn, that is early.
So these guys had to wake up really early for
Yeah.
weigh-ins. You had to wake up really early for weigh-ins.
Yep. It's just like Singapore.
Okay. But
one day we need to have someone document.
Singapore, they fought
Jose.
regular kind of Singapore times, right? Like normal.
Nope. No. It was a morning one.
Oh, it was okay. Someone did note that this would be the shortest rehydration time then for Islam.
Well, this is also the first time in a long time that official weigh-ins are happening elsewhere. Because normally it's the ceremonial weigh-ins are the official. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, you are.
Jose, it's a little difficult.
They stepped above.
Jose, it's a little difficult to hear you.
You can't hear me because I have 3 different headphones in.
Okay. But I'll just tell people. You were saying that normally the ceremonial weigh-ins are the official weigh-in, or not normally, but that's the way they were in Singapore. You said, right?
In Australia.
In Australia, okay, that's what we normally
In
do.
Australia, it's normally like when it's over.
Usually,
They usually do. They step on the scale for the official weigh-ins is the
right?
ceremony weigh-in. So like when
Yeah,
Izzy weighed in against
yeah,
Anderson, they were, or when he weighed in against Rob, they were sucked out.
right. I'm gonna start just banning people who are throwing a fake weight. What do people get out of this, Casey? Like, oh, this person missed by. I'd rather the remember the old RIP. I guess people don't do it anymore. The RIP Joe Rogan memes and RIP who's the Brennan Schaub's co-host? What's his name? Oh, Brian Callen. And I'd rather bring those back.
Remember when people talked about Helwani's reproductive organs a lot?
What?
That was a big thing.
Nope.
I don't remember this, and you know what?
You missed out.
Fine. We don't need.
I was sending you screenshots.
Please don't. We don't need to bring it up on the show.
DMs.
I apologize.
They might go to the spam folder, but check your spam folder.
I apologize for bringing up the older.
Don't block and report me. Don't do that. Don't be a coward. Open the link. Open the attachment.
Casey, I'm not going to do a full rundown yet. Again, I will remind people. So, yes, Makhachev, Volkanovski, Rodrigues, Emmett, our 4 title fight contestants have all made. And we're just waiting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, I want to say.
And maybe. Where is Parker Porter?
Where's Parker? That's what everyone wants to know. Justin Tafa was again was most heavyweights. Usually we see them in the second hour, usually in the last half hour. Mm-hmm. Justin Tafa, again, as Jose noted earlier, one of the only 2 heavyweights to ever miss the weight limit, him and Chris Barnett. So I guess he wanted to mind his P's and Q's and make sure that he showed up. So there we go, and we'll be waiting for Parker Porter, who I assume as well will have no issue making weight. I'll take a quick glance at Parker Porter's previous. I'm pretty sure he's not the tallest guy, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't come in.
He's like 30 feet tall.
Oh, I'm wrong. Sorry. 265 for Gelson Almeida, 263 for Alan Badeau, and 262 for Chase Sherman. So he's right up there at that limit. So, one Mr. Parker Porter. We haven't seen either of Randy Brown or Jack Della Maddalena either. One of the most highly anticipated fights. But other than that, every fight has seen at least one person step to the scales. So card is looking healthy so far. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Was Zubaira Zubaira? We go by Zubaira. We're buds. Mm-hmm. Was that always 155, or has he gone up in weight?
I believe he has gone up in weight. People, I might be getting mistaken here if I'm crazy.
Tapology has it as a 45 fight. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that. So I wasn't crazy when I thought this was a. Jose, do you know why the Tukhugov Brenner fight is at 155 and not at featherweight?
I do not.
Okay. I don't know if there's maybe a later addition to the card, but yes, we're not crazy. Zubaira Tukhugov is normally a featherweight. I think he has one weight missing there, but other than that, he is Hanata Moicano, they fought at featherweight. Okay. So anyway, but so people, his opponent weighed in 155.5. If you see Zubaira Tukhugov later weigh in the same range, do not be alarmed. It is a lightweight bout. Dustin Taylor, explain the origin of Happy B-Day AK. It's Casey, I think it's your fault.
The origin? What do you mean?
Yeah.
You were born a day and we celebrate.
Oh, you're right.
We celebrate that day. That's how
today
that's how birthdays work. Yeah.
I was born today. Does not need to be explained.
So, now we have a little break. Happy birthday, AK.
Thank you.
Are we going to TGI Fridays tonight? I did send you an edible arrangement. Don't make sure you eat it.
By the way, we are on Australia time, so they've kind of already celebrated my birthday, Casey. I don't know if we want to. Yeah, I think we actually can't talk about it. Though I guess it's my birthday again in Australia.
That's so cool. Happy future birthday.
That's so trippy.
Past birthday.
That's so trippy. Casey, I don't know if I ever got your
edible arrangement.
Your full stance on this, Casey. Islam Makhachev, Alexander. Are you? I know Jed has said many times he doesn't love that Volkanovski chose to take this fight as his next thing. He's not a huge fan of it. Are you on the? You're glad that they just threw this fight together now?
And it's cool that number 1 and number 2 pound for pound on our rankings, which is the only rankings that matter, the best rankings in the world. It's cool that they're fighting. The timing is, as far as like prize fighting, the timing isn't there. Neither guy has really established themselves, long term as the 1 and 2 guys. but it's cool. It's just the timing is not there. That's all, really. Like you said in the previous show, if this fight was in a year from now, let Islam get a couple more wins to establish his lightweight reign. Let Volkanovski fight someone other than Max Holloway. And I think then there will be much more anticipation for this. Fights like this, they honestly need. There wasn't anyone screaming. These guys have to fight each other. It's just kind of happened, and good on them. Good on Islam for actually wanting this fight. Islam and Habib are kind of the guys that made this fight happen. So it's cool, but the timing is off.
That's a really good point. Like this doesn't. That's we've talked about the promotion dropping the ball on this, and that's more than true. They could have done a much better job with this as far as promoting it outside of Australia. I mean, if they sell out there, that's what's important to them. So it doesn't matter so much. But this doesn't have that level of anticipation that St. GSP, BJ Penn 2. They had fought before, but then they had both established themselves as champions in their other divisions and gone. And it felt big in that way.
So real quick, and the difference, I go the last kind of champ attempt, I think, was Adesanya going up to 205. But Adesanya truly had cleared out the 85 division at that time. Because that was before Alex Pereira had entered the UFC. Volkanovski, to me, and I'm with Jed, has not cleared out the 45 division. He's had great victories, especially his multiple 3 victories over Max Holloway. But there's other contenders. That's kind of the issue. And that's why this Yair Rodrigues Josh Emmett fight just feels like a number 1 contender fight, even though it doesn't feel like a true interim championship belt, So
And the weird thing is, though, it could be a number. But the problem is, as our dear Mike Heck has just many times, if you're Volkanovski, would you go back down? Like, we think he has big fights, but if you're Volkanovski, why wouldn't you stay 125 and give big fights with maybe a Dustin Poirier, with a Justin Gaethje, with So he might not come back down, and thus Yair or Josh Emmett sooner rather than later could just be promoted to undisputed status. So it's weird.
Yeah. That'd be just weird. It'd be just weird. But hey, that's what UFC wanted. It's their promotion. I mean, that's my opinion. But I forgot what I was gonna say.
I to sort of continue one of your earlier thoughts. Yes, I would love to see Volkanovski fight either Yair or Josh Emmett. I'd love to see him fight Arnold Allen. If Arnold Allen beats Max Holloway, I want to see him fight Ilia Topuria. That's 3. Yeah. And then there's a bunch of other featherweights coming up. If you want to go from 11 to 25, Movsar Evloev. What if they were able
the comments people call me a casual. I've been working MMA like 18 years. You casual.
I think it's gotten to the point where people don't know what casual
You're
means,
like, okay.
and that's the issue. But yeah, there are a lot, and I understand there's kind of people rolling their eyes because Max Holloway has beaten Yair, because Max Holloway has beaten Calvin Kattar. Max Holloway has been a little bit of an inadvertent bodyguard.
Max Holloway beat them. Beat them.
But because he did it, then they feel like, okay, well then Volk doesn't. Volk has beaten him 3 times. Volk has beaten him 3 times. Why should he have to beat the guys that Holloway beat? And there's some truth to that, but again, that's part of the fun of MMA. I just want to see a guy fight different opponents. Some people are criticizing Volk for he fought the same guy 3 times in 3 of his title fights, and I'm like, listen, that's somewhat fair. So I wish he'd stay.
The box is coming out already.
Oh boy,
Parker Porter.
That would be incredible. I wonder. Oh, Kleydson Rodrigues. So this is a tough one. This is a flyweight. This is this is as low as you can go for the men's divisions. Let's see, Kleydson Rodrigues is that.
Tell me more about Kleydson. I don't know very much about him.
Hold on. What's going on here?
Hands up. There you go. What's he gonna weigh in?
127 for Rodrigues, 1 pound over the flyweight limit.
Interesting.
127 for Kleydson. He is stepping off the scale for now.
I brought the red marker out.
You had to. You have no choice. That fight with Shannon Ross is not official. Let the people on Twitter know.
Don't tell them. They should be watching this stream. Punish them.
Well, some people aren't watching, and then they're going to see, what? Kleydson Rodrigues missed by 1 pound? I got to tune in now. So this is for,
All right.
I'm always trying to get those clicks, Kleydson Rodrigues, 127, 1 pound over the flyweight limit with the 1 pound allowance. We'll see.
Our next fighter to the stage, competing in the UFC's heavyweight division and live on pay-per-view, Parker Porter.
Parker Porter is weighing in. Yeah.
The man who this card was built around.
Parker Porter.
Mr. Parker Porter.
Yeah. So cool. You get the full screen, Parker Porter.
That is gratuitous use of the horn. People, that's costs a lot of money, Casey.
I know. We're going over budget today.
264, the official weight for Parker Porter.
264 for Parker Porter. His opponent, Justin Tafa, also made weight, and that heavyweight bout is now official. The big boys coming in a combined 530 pounds. Reinforce that octagon, please. That is heavyweight. Thank you, everyone who is watching. We will have, at some point, we will replay Makhachev Volkanovski weigh-ins and Rodrigues Emmett weigh-ins for you. For now, again, you guys can see that they have successfully made. We have a graphic. I've pinned the comment at the top of the YouTubes. There we go. We're still waiting for one of our welterweights on the main card. Randy Brown, at least one of them to show up. Randy Brown and Jack Della Maddalena, because all the other main card bouts are official for now. Kleydson Rodrigues, who missed weight, by the way. Dana White Contender Series signing. I'm sure you knew, Casey. 2021.
Oh, yeah.
And lost a split decision to CJ Vergara this past May. UFC 274, and I didn't have much luck getting into the octagon, unfortunately, the rest of the year. Was supposed to fight in October, and it just had two bookings fall through. So now he gets his chance to start off 2023 against the Shannon Ross. I assume this is a flyweight under. I assume our boys Jed and G are booking this as a flyweight under. Kleydson a pretty considerable favorite, almost minus 300, minus 275. So if you guys believe in that thing, here we go. Here's our replay of our headliners.
Hang on a second.
$154.5 pounds. The official weight for Alexander Volkanovski. 155, the official weight for Islam Makhachev. And with that, their UFC 284 championship main event is now official.
Look at that editing. How did you do that?
The other man around who
I did that.
This pay-per-view was built. The undisputed
Hold on.
UFC
I
lightweight
want to see it again.
champion, Islam Makhachev.
One more time. All right.
Oh, I thought we were showing. Okay, I was.
Oh,
No, that's fine. I thought you were. I thought you were. It doesn't matter. I thought you were replaying it. I was wowed that Jose lined it up, or whoever, Jose or yourself, or our amazing production team lined it up so that it was like as the Volkanovski announcement came and the Makhachev announcement came. That's movie magic. We
have high standards of quality at MMA Fighting, the best website.
Salim Taramov asking, when will the fight start? It will be, if you are in North America, it's normal North America time, guys. 6 p.m. Eastern time, all the times Eastern time, I'm going to say now. 6 p.m. early prelims, 8 p.m. a next set of prelims, and then 10 p.m. on ESPN Plus pay-per-view, 5-fight main card. So, again, if you're in North America, everything's the same. Really, if you're in any time zone, everything's the same. That made no sense, but whatever time you normally watch UFC pay-per-views, that is the time we'll be on. Again, in America, Eastern time, 6 p.m., 8 p.m., 10 p.m. pay-per-view.
Jose, can you make a side-by-side of Loma and Parker Porter weighing in?
No, who was that super tall fighter that it was so...
we just put a bunch of videos of like Parker Porter like fighting everyone, like I guess they're matching up now.
I need who's the tallest fighter on the card? Tyson Pedro 6'3". Justin Tafa 6'2". Well, another guy's super tall.
Yeah.
Probably Tyson Pedro. Loma Lookboonmee is 5'1", and that might be a generous measurement.
Yeah, it's a generous 5'1".
I'll be honest with you. Sulam Taramov, no, it is not today. It is fights are on Saturday. I should apologize. I don't know what time zone this person is asking their question in, but it is on Saturday in North America time, Saturday evening North America time.
All right, I'm now going to show the other co-main event.
Oh, here we go.
$145, the official weight for Yair Rodrigues. 145 for Josh Emmett, and with that, your featherweight championship.
How do you do that? How do you make it? How do you have it? So it's lined up. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's it.
That's amazing. You guys are the best in the business.
Jesus.
I'm gonna do a rundown in a second, guys. Let's do a little rain dance here, update people, and maybe
we ready for the rain dance?
Let's do the rain dance because normally we do that. It jars the backstage loose and someone shakes out.
All right, let me hold on. Let me get my piano. Stretch my fingers.
Medgus guy asking, does Kleydson Rodrigues get extra time to cut down 1 pound? Yes, I believe Kleydson will be getting additional time. So probably why he was not didn't look too panicked. It looked like he's like, okay, that's my official weight, 127. I just need to get one off. So I don't know if no guarantees he'll make it, but he is going to get additional time.
AK, are you ready for some
yes, sir.
piano
yes,
playing?
Sir. I'm ready.
Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Okay, everyone. So UFC 284 official weigh-ins. Who it? Casey, can we start that again? Can we start? Here is who we've got so far.
No, jeez.
Here is who we've got so far in the main event. Islam Makhachev, the defending.
No, we're starting over.
We are starting over. Okay, good. Yeah, we need to. Because we got to.
Can we tell Anik to bring everyone out again? Let's do that.
Oh yeah, start the whole thing over because I blew it. I said this would all be one take, 2-hour weigh-ins, one take, no edits, and I blew it.
You know who doesn't? You know who doesn't do this? Professionals like Mike Heck.
I know. Mike Heck nails it every time.
Every time.
Matt M, are you guys going to stream the extra hour for him? I mean, if he shows up within the 2-hour window, of course you'll see Kleydson. If he needs, and he has to, because guys, he only gets another hour, so he can't go an hour after the.
We're not going to stream the extra hour because we have fake weigh-ins coming up in an hour after the 2 hours.
Is it? No, it'll be 2 hours after, right?
No, but Jose's leaving. Who's streaming it? Jose's
but they're not till 10 p.m. Eastern time. Am I crazy?
You're crazy.
I'm crazy.
Yeah, you're crazy.
You're high, AK.
Yeah.
What time Eastern time for these ceremonials, Mr. Jose?
All right. For what? Hold on. Say that again.
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to figure out the ceremonial time for us. It's 10 p.m. for us, Eastern time for us.
I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure.
I've lost track of all time.
I'm saying with confidence. Casey, I am putting this out there as a statement. I'm not asking. You know what? It is 10 p.m. Eastern time.
I don't know. I don't know what time it is wherever you are. I don't know what time it is in
it's
Canada.
7 p.m. Pacific time.
Yeah, I don't know how Canada works. You guys get healthcare. I don't know how your clocks work too.
You're such a casual. Can I do the rain dance now?
All right, here we go. My piano playing fingers.
Yeah. Cue it. It sounded a little sharp. So could you just tune it up a little?
Yeah. Look at you. Oh, I know how time zones work, and I'm a
I
piano
can,
tuner.
yeah. Mhm.
3, 2, 1.
It's funny.
All right, everyone. The UFC 284 official weigh-ins, which are going down super early in local time, so like what 8 in the morning there.
We just get to it.
Yes, for the main event, lightweight champion Islam Makhachev was on point. He did need the box of redemption, but he made weight at 155 pounds. And his opponent, featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski, of course, no issue, coming in half a pound under, 154.5. So the main event is official. Interim featherweight championship co-main event between Yair Rodrigues and Josh Emmett. Both men came in at championship weight, 145 on the dot. We are still waiting on welterweight main carders and possible fight of the night winners, Randy Brown and Della Maddalena. Neither has shown to the scales yet. Heavyweights Justin Tafa and Parker Porter both came in at a healthy 266 and 264, respectively, 530 pounds combined. That's how we like our heavyweights. And opening the main card, light heavyweights Jimmy Crute and Alonzo Menifield. Jimmy Crute 204.5, Alonzo Menifield at 206. Closing out the prelims, also light heavyweights, Tyson Pedro, 206, and the returning Modestas Bukauskas, coming in at 206 pounds. We are waiting on Joshua Culibao, but his opponent, Melsik Bagdasaryan, successfully made weight at 146 pounds. We had our first miss so far, Kleydson Rodrigues, coming in at 127. He will get extra time to weigh in, so we will see him within the window, fingers crossed. His opponent, Shannon Ross, successfully made weight, 125.5. James Mullarkey, lightweight veteran, coming in at 155. His opponent, the debuting Francisco Prado, 154.5. Jack Jenkins also making his debut, 145.5. We're waiting on his opponent, Don Shainis. He makes his second UFC appearance. Strawweights, Loma Lookboonmee and Elise Reed on point, both of them 115.5. Blake Bilder, for his first UFC fight, 146. He fights Shane Young, 145.5. And we are also waiting on Zubaira Tukhugov. His opponent, Elves Brenner, coming in at 155.5 for what is a lightweight bout. Zubaira normally competing at 145, but this is a lightweight bout, just to reiterate. So Elvis Brenner is on weight, and if Zubaira is in that range, he is also on weight. So there you go. That is our rundown so far, and it did not prompt anyone to come out. A little disappointing that no one that didn't shake anyone out. But Casey, thank you. I was going to say, you can. I know I could tell you were getting into a groove there, and you were about to start sort of improvising a little jazz number there. But please, let's keep it to the sheet music, please. Jose,
What?
Is he there? Oh, good. Nothing. You're on site. We want to get your insights because I'm a jillion miles away. I'm a house mouse. Everyone knows I'm not on site. I never have a feel for sort of how it's going on down there. So, how are you feeling about the co-main event? Yair Rodrigues, Josh Emmett. What's your excitement level?
Oh, I'm very excited. But like I say on all of our previous shows, I get very excited for just high level mixed martial arts fights, regardless of whether there's a title or if it's in a crowd or not. This kind of checks all those boxes, whether two top 5 fighters in one of the more exciting weight classes. But just, you add the interim title, you add the fact that it's 5 rounds, you add to the fact that it's the co-main event of the featherweight champion going after a second belt. I'm obviously, these two aren't. We know these two gentlemen when they're not on camera, and they're very interesting individuals, but they're not the best at, selling a fight with their words. They just happen to be incredibly violent human beings. So I'm very excited. Obviously, no one's really talking about it. I think, here, you don't see a lot of posters for it, mostly, or even promos or commercials or radio spots, because this is a Mexican fight in America in Australia. So there's not
Right.
a lot of promo on site here.
Remind me. These two fights, the two title fights, were booked pretty early on, right? This wasn't originally supposed to be Whitaker and Paulo Costa in the co-main, right?
No. This is exactly what you said.
Okay.
That was supposed to be the third fight.
Yeah. And as we know, Whitaker and Costa, according to Costa, never actually agreed upon. It was, I believe, announced by the UFC. Paulo Costa immediately kind of took to social media and saying, "I did not sign anything. I'm sitting out right now. I'm not happy with my contract." So that was obviously going to bolster this main card, having Robert Whitaker on there. But
Bro,
as it is,
can
again,
you imagine that press conference yesterday with Paulo Costa
his presence
fighting Robert Whitaker and getting booed?
his presence was certainly missed, I will say. And it's again one of the Kai Kara France, Alex Perez, another fight that we lost, unfortunately. What else did we got here? Most of these fights got saved. Oh, Junior Tafa was supposed to make his debut, fighting the same card as his brother, but that also didn't happen. So this card took some hits. The card took some hits. Again, some people were able to step in, save some fights, keep some of the local talent on the card. But again, we did lose Robert Whitaker potentially fighting on here. Again, was not official, but obviously that was the UFC's plan to have him on, and flyweight contender Kai Kara France. So we're still left with a lot of local talent, not necessarily big names. We have several people debuting for the Contender Series. We have several fighters just debuting for the regional scene. And I would understand if fans are feeling a little disillusioned. I think I saw one comment earlier. This is UFC Fight Night Perth. If there wasn't this, this fight of this, if Makhachev, Volkanovski wasn't at the top, but not an unfair statement.
Ooh.
Not an unfair statement. Let's see who else. So we are only waiting on Randy Brown, Della, Maddalena, Culibao, Don Shainis, Zubaira, Tukhugov. No reason to worry. We're still not even past the first hour. Jose, what's our low key banger? Which one? What do you look at? Let's go non-main card. Can you grab us something from that's not on the main card that you're really jazzed to see live?
Probably. Oh, we got movement.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, as soon as you ask. Box already coming out. Don Shainis, I think.
Okay.
Our next athlete to the stage competing in the UFC's featherweight division and getting set for his second UFC appearance. First with a full training camp. Please welcome Shainis. Don Shainis.
Shameless Don. I love that nickname. Don Shainis looking to make 145.
The official weight for Don Shainis.
146. That is a successful use of the box of redemption. Don Shainis, come on down, sir. And his fight with Jack Jenkins, excuse me, I blanked there for a second. Don Shainis' fight with Jack Jenkins is now official. So a little bit of a scare there for Don Shainis. Difficult situation for him in his UFC debut last time. Had to step in on 17 days' notice to fight Sadiq Yusuf. That's a tough guy to fight on full notice, much less with less than 3 weeks to prepare. He was submitted in 30 seconds. I remember I previewing that fight. I was like, I like Shainis' chances, not necessarily to beat Yusuf, but just kind of give him a fun, scrappy fight, just kind of make things, a little chaotic. And it got a little too chaotic, and Sadiq Yusuf just kind of was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna end this now. And 30 seconds, guillotine choke submission. That's the game sometimes, but good to see Don Shainis getting another chance.
What is Sadiq? Did he predict Shainis will win?
Oh, what did he say about Shainis? I don't remember. That's a good question. Josh Culibao, another local.
They must not have a second opportunity to weigh in. This box of shame has been brought out a lot for the.
Or I think people just know. I think maybe people are just being smart about it. It's like
Or maybe they're shy. He's
146, the official weight for Josh Culibao.
146 for Joshua Culibao. So there you go. His fight with Melsik Bagdasarian is now official. Only waiting now on a couple of veterans, Randy Brown and Zubaira Tukhugov, and one of the hottest fighters of 2022, Della Maddalena. Oh, sorry. Let's let Joshua Culibao very happy.
Let's give him his moment.
Let's give him his moment. I will shut up.
Hey, sweet, let's go.
Joseph Boza asking, is this the most times for the box of shame? I don't think so.
That's what I thought.
Three times? There has to be another time it's been out 3 times.
Definitely the most times in the first hour of the weigh-ins. This is a new record.
Jose, our encyclopedia. I don't want to put you on the spot, but off the top of your head,
I have literally I can't. I honestly cannot think of another time that was this many.
Okay. And Jose has watched every event, been to every event over the last few years. So I guess since the box was introduced, really, you've been to almost every event. So if anyone would know,
yeah.
So
that off the top of my head.
Right.
So this is an historic moment, right?
Do you have historic moment music that you want to hit us with? Chariots of Fire, is that free use?
Chariots of Fire.
That's breaking news. That's breaking news. The box has been brought out 3 times, a UFC record. So incredible work, everybody.
Incredible work.
This is LeBron James breaks the scoring record this week, and the fighters of UFC 284 break the most times that the weigh-in box has been.
Big week in sports. Big week in sports.
Stuff.
Back to you, AK, and live in Toronto.
The day is still young. We still have 3 latecomers. I shouldn't say latecomers. They have another hour, but latecomers. I'm just saying, Zubaira has had trouble with 145 before. I don't see why he had trouble with 155, but I'm just trying to make history happen. I'm trying to people want to see 4. We've already had the champions weigh in. I'm trying to retain viewership here, so I'm just saying, guys, that box may come out again. If Kleydson Rodrigues comes out again with the box, is that counted as a 4th use, or is that still 1? One count.
We'll count that. That's 4th.
That's 4.
Yeah.
I don't know if that works.
We're gonna shatter we're not breaking. We're shattering the record today.
I think we mean 3 fighters having to use the box, not necessarily every appearance, because you don't count Kleydson twice. We're not gonna count Kleydson twice. No, Casey, what do you do? You look you don't believe me.
I say we count them twice. I don't know. We're counting when the box comes out. If the box shows up, it counts.
I just hit the microphone. I apologize, everyone. I just got really excited about the prospect of the box of redemption coming out. Box of redemption.
Sorry, I was excited.
Casey, what's sort of your low key? Again, let's go non-main card. What do you got here? What's piquing your interest?
I always like Jamie Mullarkey because I like saying his name.
Yes. Yeah.
He's an exciting fighter, but that's beside the point. Mm-hmm. I just like it's a fun name to say. I'm always excited to see Loma, but mostly because when are they going to open a freaking atomweight division? Because Loma is not a strawweight, but I always think she's an exciting fighter, and I'm always amazed she's the only fighter born. She's the only fighter in the UFC right now that was born and trains out of Thailand. I think that's kind of wild. Even though there are plenty of fighters now in the UFC and other high level organizations.
Top North.
He's not in the UFC.
Yeah. Oh, I expect that to change at some point.
He didn't make it. He didn't make it to the. Sadly, did not make it to the final.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in general. I was just kind of shocked when I was like, when they said that Loma was the first Thai-born fighter in the UFC. I'm like, wow. Mm-hmm. Like considering how many fighters train there.
Yeah, I think, but most of them would just go into Muay Thai. I think that's the thing, right? You're probably making good, if not better, money. Yeah,
I get that.
I'm sorry, I forgot you're a casual. I'm trying to mansplain combat sports, how the combat sports world works. There's stuff. Sometimes people don't fight in MMA. There's other sports. There's kickboxing, Casey. There's Muay Thai. There's jiu-jitsu.
Why wasn't sure you were up. Why do they stand up?
I wasn't sure you were aware. Francisco Prado, certainly the right person to match up with Jay Mullarkey. 11-0, 5 wins by knockout, 6 wins by submission. This boy's a finisher. Now, listen, we've seen people come to the UFC all the time, and then the finishing streak stops. But I think with Mullarkey, again, you're either one of these guys is going down, or you're getting a 3-round just hammers and tongs. Let's have some fun. So a lot of people looking at the JDM Randy Brown fight as the potential fight of the night, but Mullarkey Prado I think is going to be up there. I think excitement wise, they actually have done a great job with the prelims. I think you're going to see some real standing and banging, which is all the rage with the kids these days.
I'm always interested when the UFC comes to a place like Perth, a foreign country. Do fans want to see fighters from that area, or do they want to see fighters that they normally would never get to see, like just American fighters, just generally just fighters who would never have no reason to fight in Australia outside of a UFC, just being there. And I'm always just kind of curious about that.
I know. Speaking for I live in the distant land of Canada, as you might know. We like a combination of both. You want to see the local boys for sure, local boys and girls, I should say. But you also, can you bring up, like, for example, a Donald Cowboy Cerrone, who's come up to Canada a couple of times. He was one of the events I covered. I want to see like a Justin Gaethje, some of that. You want to see the guys. You definitely want that name power at the top. But yeah, if you can fill out the prelims, just fill out the undercard with some local talent, maybe, again, you never know who's going to stand out, who's going to emerge, maybe become a future star. And even if they don't, at least they have this sort of moment to shine and sort of cheer for these people. So yeah, I think a mixture is good.
Oh, so talking about low key bangers, I always enjoy watching Shane Young fight, and now I know Shane Young's on a two.
I love that guy. I love that guy.
Yeah, me too. I honestly, I kind of forgot about Shane Young. When was the last time he fought? I know he's on a 2-fight losing streak.
March 2021.
260.
Yeah.
It was the last.
So almost 2 years
he
ago.
fought on the last pay-per-view that in the Apex.
Okay. So there is a reason I've kind of forgotten about him a bit. Okay.
It's been a long time, almost 2 years.
So I enjoy Shane Young, and I like saying Blake Bilder's name too.
Hold on, this is trippy. Casey, are you ready? Get some blow your mind music ready. Okay, no, you can't keep. Okay.
Oh, wait, sorry, that's Wayne.
Do you have like some trippy, like, psychedelic music, like some sitar? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Casey,
yeah, well, hold on. Yeah, I do have some sitar.
Side story for this, Casey. You're constantly
please.
replaying the same music over and over and over. Reminds me of that. I don't know if you remember, but I don't know why this popped in my head. This is completely unrelated to anything we're talking about, but it seems like a very important priority right now. Like in seasons 1 through 4 in The Simpsons, one of the running gags was the radio DJ would always ask for a song, like, we're here on 4th of July, hit us with some 4th of July music, whatever. And it was always the Monster Mash for the whole time, for everything. And then the radio guy's like, why are you the way that you are?
I thought you were going to bring up, what was it? The New York leg of McGregor Mayweather, and then Luke Thomas did a hilarious rant about they kept playing the same song over and over again. At the beginning, it was just brutal because there was a huge delay.
Get out of here.
There was a huge delay. Oh my gosh, what was the song? I hate myself for not remembering this.
Yeah. Wait, are you ready? Are you ready for your? You have to drop some. You're gonna drop some knowledge. Okay, you need some music for it, right? Is that what you said?
Wait. I want to remember the song. It was. Hold on. This is important. This is fun. The clip is called Doug. The clip is called Doug E. Fresh ruined the Mayweather McGregor New York press stop. Do you remember this?
I do.
I remember that now.
Yeah. I remember that.
What was this song? Oh, Jump Around. I'm sorry. They kept playing the opening part of Jump Around, and then and Luke Thomas was like, it just started to drive him insane. But yes. Get some mind-blowing music ready.
Right, here we go. Mind-blowing music starts now.
Ooh, mysterious. According to Wikipedia, citing UFC.com. So Shane Young's fighting Blake Bilder. Shane Young was a builder and a foreman prior to competing in MMA.
That was
I
worth
felt like
it.
AK should have been reading Edgar Allan Poe during that.
Can you read some more facts about these fighters? You got any more?
That's all I got. I'm out. But we have Shane, the former builder, versus Blake Bilder. Shane, the former builder, versus Blake Bilder. Is everyone else not tripping out on this? What are the chances? This would be like if Clay Guida fought a guy who used to be a carpenter.
No, that's Clay Guida's. Is not the Carpenter's not his legal name. This is even trippier.
Even trippier.
Oh, are we still on? I thought that shut down the. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go. We got some. Whoa. Colostrum wants to know, how will Jack Della Maddalena do against a wrestler? All right, we can. How will Jack Della Maddalena do against a wrestler? I guess that is always the question, with these knockout artist guys. But from what I've seen, he's pretty like. I always go to athleticism. Oh, go ahead.
He fought a Dagestani in Singapore.
He did.
Speaking of the devil, here we go. He's right here.
He did
They
fight.
were talking about Jack, and then yeah.
Who is here? Is he here?
Jack, yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh, sorry.
No, wrong. No, please.
Wait, we have no music here. Do we need some wait for Jack Della Maddalena music?
I don't know. I'm sure he'll come on any moment now. But yeah, sorry. As Jose pointed out, he fought Ramazan Emeev.
That's playing music.
He fought Ramazan Emeev in Singapore. Emeev, a very strong grappler, and Della Maddalena took care of him. So he's already kind of had a test. Sambo is not the same, I guess, as wrestling, but I mean, we're talking about someone who's going to take him down. Here he is, Jack Della Maddalena.
You can't break my nose. I already broke it, Jack.
171, the official weight for Jack Della Maddalena.
171. So we're still waiting on Randy Brown, but Jack Della Maddalena is in. He's got a chin on him, man. He's got it's not quite a Drew Dober chin. I mean, few people have that Drew Dober chin, but he's got the kind of chin that it's like, this guy is going to be in a lot of wars, and he's going to do a lot of damage, and probably take a lot of damage before it's all said and done. Jose, I want to get your thoughts. We had someone asking on the preview show sort of what's next for him or Randy Brown. So let's say Jack Della Maddalena wins. Do you think he gets someone in the UFC's top 10? I had to go to the UFC.com rankings.
I think they might give him at least a marquee name, especially if they want to come back here. Because I hear they want to do another event. Obviously not in Perth, but somewhere in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
He's got his own open workout. Randy Brown didn't do an open workout. He was at the press conference, obviously pushing him. Obviously because he's the hometown guy, but I would imagine the next time they come here, Jack's going to be featured pretty heavily, and I don't know if he'll get a top 10, but he'll probably get someone 15 to 11. That's really exciting. Maybe he could fight the winner of Chiesa and Li Jinliang. I think that would be a fun fight.
Okay, yep.
Chiesa, Sean Brady,
12
or someone like that.
So I was going to say Sean Brady is number 8, the UFC's rankings, fighting Michel Pereira March 25th. So he could get the winner of that fight. What do you think about Vicente Luque?
That'd be a scrap too. Vicente seems like a guy that'd be down the clown against anyone.
Yeah.
Especially considering he basically killed Randy Brown. A lot of people ask me what's the most memorable moment for me during those Apex cards where you could just hear everything. Vicente Luque kneeing Randy Brown in the temple is way up there for me because of those. This is before even fans could get in, and it echoed. It was like a baseball bat hitting a fire hydrant, and then Randy Brown fell down. That was jarring. So I would be super down to watch that fight.
Now you're making me even more excited to watch this Jack Della Maddalena Randy Brown fight. Frankly, after with that.
I think my favorite no audience, no fans fight is still gonna be, because it was still very new to us, was still Gaethje versus Tony Ferguson. Because how many times Tony Ferguson got hit with everything and the sounds that fight made. Oh,
You're making me really sad. I mean, the whole point is it's cool that it was an Apex. You hear everything, but I had forgotten that was at the Apex and not. Oh, you said Justin
Which one?
Gaethje.
Gaethje versus
Oh,
Tony.
sorry. You said you weren't saying
Gaethje-
that. You weren't saying
that-
Apex. I'm sorry. You weren't.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Gaethje Chandler was in the empty
Yeah,
arena.
yeah. Jacksonville.
Because and that
That one was a trip. That one was a trip.
because that was an empty stadium or arena, not just an empty venue.
Oh yeah. So
was-
this was.
that
I'm
was
sorry.
that was
this
in a
was
15,000 seat.
Vice Star Veterans Memorial Arena with no attendance, 0 attendance.
Yeah,
That is strange.
I was in attendance. I matter.
Sorry, I apologize. Jose. I did not mean to not include you.
Rude.
Yes, Jose was there. Uncouth. I apologize. It was blatantly uncouth.
Not only was I there, Tony Ferguson decided to give me a fist bump on the way out because I was like one of 4 people sitting cage side.
Listen, I still have him ranked in my lightweight rankings. I'm just saying. So I support that anecdote. We are just waiting on. Easy, why have you left me high and dry here with
You
this?
don't have this memorized yet?
Randy Brown and Zubaira Tukhugov. I'm trying to recall again. Like I said, Zubaira has had trouble at 145. There's a lightweight bout. Randy Brown, as far as I can recall, has not missed weight before. I don't think so anyway. So I don't know. Randy Brown maybe just taking his time, maybe just enjoying the sights and sounds of Perth, Australia. And we're also still assuming that Kleydson Rodrigues will show up within this 2-hour window. We are now at around 7. We're now at about 50 minutes, 50 minutes remaining in the official weigh-in time. Again, very little drama outside of Kleydson Rodrigues, that Kleydson Rodrigues blip. We had the headliners, the 2 title fights participants show up within the first 25, 30 minutes. So not a huge deal there. But we are.
Do you want to hear some? You want to listen to some jazz flute?
I mean, it could be a little distracting, if I'm being honest. I appreciate the offer.
All right.
And I don't want you to jump in and start playing piano again, and then it just becomes a whole thing. So,
All right.
Okay.
Mr.
We talk
No
bangers. Listen. This is I'm all about positivity, but I'm not a fun person. I don't think that's a secret. I had a thought. Thanks, Casey. I had a thought in my mind that is now gone. Oh yes, I'm sorry. Someone in the comments. Thank you. Someone in the comments said, should the loser of Randy Brown and Jack Della Maddalena maybe get a returning Kevin Lee?
So wait, the loser of
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Kevin Lee is gonna be a
Yeah, I
welterweight
was
now.
gonna say, where do you place Kevin Lee when he comes back? What do you do with him? Like he's got the name value. We know he's a high level fighter. He just has not been in the UFC, for the last little bit.
I think top 4 at 170. Someone you give him a top 15.
I think so.
Yeah. Or I mean, unless Kevin Lee wants to kind of get a quote unquote tune-up fight. Otherwise, yeah, anyone top 15.
Someone's here.
Someone is
Randy
here.
Brown's here.
I want to continue this Kevin
And-
chatter.
Guess what?
Yes.
You're joking. We are 4. Breaking. The record has been extended. The record has been once again 4 times. The box of what we assume will be redemption has been broken out in Perth, Australia.
Wow.
This is not fake news.
Wow.
Multiple sources have confirmed this.
One
171 for Randy Brown. His opponent came in the same weight. That means that fight with Jack Della Maddalena is official. Now we're just waiting for Zubaira and a second attempt from Kleydson Rodrigues. And here's Randy Brown. Happy he made it.
That's so cool. I'm
Hitting the pose. Jose, was that anime?
Say it again.
Was that anime?
I don't know. I was not really paying attention.
Okay, he did
Jack
a pose. I think he did a pose he usually does. I just don't know the origins of it.
I'll take a look. I will take a look.
Yeah, when you get a chance, let me know. Anime confirmed or anime not confirmed? Just let me know in a second.
I just got nightmares.
No, Zubaira.
No
Sorry, someone's
Zubaira
asking
yet?
if there's anyone left, and I said we have a handy
Yeah.
graphic right here that I can look at.
Yes, we are still waiting for Zubaira, and again, possibly Kleydson Rodrigues second attempt. It might happen behind closed doors. I don't know, but he should have to show up you only get an additional hour, and he weighed in pretty early, so I don't know why it wouldn't be brought out in front of us. But stranger things have happened. So I just, for anyone who's sticking around just for the Casey, I like to keep people around, but I don't like to lie to people. So for anyone who is just sticking around for Kleydson Rodrigues second attempt, I cannot promise that we will have that exclusive footage. I'm just saying. Laura T. Also, isn't this five people that needed the? Is it? Casey, am I crazy? Am I wrong? Am I counting wrong?
It's been out so many times, I literally can't count that high.
It's broken our counter. We actually have a counter, like a counter. It only goes up to 2.
Yeah,
it's a very pointless counter. Really, it only goes up to 2.
When we created the counter, they were like, "Should it go to 3?" Or like, "Why would they bring out the box 3 times?"
Are you insane?
0 sense. I'm not crazy.
Are you insane?
Yeah. So yeah.
And then people asked, "Well, why do you even need a counter that only counts 2 digits?" And we said, "Shut up. Here's the money. Make it happen."
Yep.
Laura T saying Kleydson, yes. Don Shainis, that's right. Josh Culibao, yes. Randy Brown just now, and Islam Makhachev. That is 5. That is 5. Thank you, Laura T, for the correct. Shane Young, a former Bilder, is fighting Blake Bilder. Casey.
Oh my God, this is.
Okay. So we're still waiting for Zubaira Tukhugov, and knowing that he's the last guy, I don't want to make promises. You could see a 6th use of the box. You could see an absolutely unprecedented 6th use. Jose Young,
Dude, I'm so excited.
Jose Young has again since the box was introduced, has been to pretty much every event, and he has told us he cannot recall seeing the box brought out this many times. And again, thank you.
Are you tweeting this, or is this going viral yet? Are we kind of is it catching on social media? Are people? Are people calling their friends? You know, like, hey,
can we do a graphic? Is there a graphic in MMA fighting with all the just boom box? 5 boxes, each one with a box in it. 5 boxes of 5 boxes. This is how we go. We should put this on TikTok.
Wait, can you say that? Can you do the 5 boxes again? Say that again. Explain that.
5 boxes in 5 boxes. Oh my gosh. Blake Bilder is okay. I don't know if that music is capturing the vibe of what we're going for. It's pretty general vibe, I guess.
Really? Okay. How about this? No.
Too seductive. Craig says. Craig says the next time the box comes out, it will be a magic trick where Khabib emerges from the box, revealing he will indeed be in Islam's corner one last time. That would have been amazing.
What a setup!
If they had lifted the box and like Khabib's there, like hugging Islam, like hi. That would have been incredible.
Khabib, hi.
Just waving, and it's like there he is. What a trick. Yeah. By the way, apologies to everyone. We're being a little goofy here, but yeah, this is kind of what happens when you have. We're being a little goofy here. This is what happens when you kind of have these pay-per-view cards that don't have the most star-studded, storyline-driven lineups. We got a lot of good fighters on here. That's what you got. We got a lot of good fighters that people are maybe seeing for the first time. Elvis Brenner, Blake Bilder, Jack Jenkins, Francisco Prado, Shannon Ross. A lot of people just getting their first chance. So there's not a lot to say about them other than, hey, this is their chance to impress. This is their chance to maybe walk home with an extra 50,000 USD in their wallets, and guarantee themselves another UFC appearance. So, we joke about this and we're being a bit loose, but none of that is to disrespect the fighters who are competing. Because listen, the preliminary fighter of today could be the main eventer of tomorrow, right? That is the promise of combat sports, isn't it?
When it's kind of crazy. We know. When I'm pretty confident when Volkanovski had his first fight in the UFC, and especially even after his first victory, I'm pretty confident on our post shows we weren't going, this guy might be the greatest fighter ever.
Here's your trivia question. So as most people probably know, this is not Alexander Volkanovski's first UFC fight at lightweight. His debut was at lightweight. The question is, who did he fight? It is not a big name. I'll give you a little.
Wait, say it again.
Stop that. As you know, Jose, Saturday will mark Jose Volkanovski. As you know, Jose, Saturday will mark Alexander Volkanovski's first UFC fight at lightweight since his debut. So he has fought at lightweight before in the UFC. Who did he fight in his first UFC fight? Not a big name.
In his first UFC fight?
His first UFC fight.
You're asking me who he fought?
Who did he fight?
Do not tell me.
I'd be amazed if you. I don't know how you know this.
It's not Hirota, right?
It is not. That was his first. Yes, and his first featherweight fight.
Volk's debut was on the Whitaker Brunson card. That was in Melbourne.
Correct.
It's not Shane Young because that was a catchweight.
Mm-hmm. There's no way you know this, and you shouldn't be ashamed if you don't.
The gentleman he fought went 0-2 in the UFC.
Yes.
That was his second loss. So he lost his first fight to Nick Hine.
Let me see the comments.
Yeah. It was a Japanese guy, right? I just don't remember. Or it was a Japanese fella. I don't remember.
It was, yeah.
And most people in the comments seem to remember an Asian guy, which is correct. Yes.
I don't know. I do not know.
Yusuke Kasuya.
Is it Yusuke or Yasuke?
It is Yusuke. Yusuke Kasuya. Yes, I did not know that I did not remember that until literally today when I was making some notes and trying to remember if Volkanovski had fought a lightweight.
Back when Volk had hair.
Back when Volk had hair, correct.
And who also fought on that card? Tyson Pedro also fought on that card.
There you go.
Yep.
Anyone else from that?
Some of the comments. It was a funny comment I wanted to read.
Wow, Marlon Vera was the second fight of the night.
Yeah. Tiago Bernardo saying the box should be used to transform Parker Porter into a strawweight. that would be amazing.
Did Ben Gwen fight on that card? If I remember correctly.
Yes, he did. Ben Wynn. Yes, he did. Fight
and Hamderley Silva was on the main card, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was the Danielle Taylor scratched your face card.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like I like Danielle Taylor a lot, but that was a fight that should have been a draw at best, or some sort of.
That was her last. Was that her last fight in the UFC?
Yep.
Oof. Was she not one? Or Rising?
I think she. I don't know if she's the. No, I think she's the one champ. I think she was the Rising champ, but then she left Rising for one, and she's currently 2-0 and 1, beating the same woman twice.
She had a tough. If I remember off the top of my head, she had a tough. Who she fight in the UFC? I know she fought JoJo. She fought Beck Rawlings and obviously Danielle Taylor. And I want to say, like a Courtney Casey or Michelle Watterson type person.
That's it, Courtney Casey. You got it.
Got it. Like four tough fights. Four tall people too.
And Zoe Ham is a 105er. She's not a 50.
Yeah, and she fought. And the 3 people she fought at strawweight, 2 of them are now at flyweight.
Yeah.
I could not name 5 fights that happened last week. I am just, every time we go to Jose, I am just stunned. People, if anyone is on, breaking news. Please don't play the music. Breaking news. Guilherme Cruz has tweeted he is at the Shuto boxing event in Rio right now, where Jose Aldo is set to box in the main event. So keep your eyes, people, on MMAfighting.com. Keep your eyes on Guilherme's Twitter feed. You'll get some live updates.
Wait, why'd you say breaking news? But I couldn't, give.
It's just it's too much. It's too much. It's too much. But yes, for anyone who's wondering, obviously they heard the announcement of course, the Game Bread Boxing 4 event where Jose Aldo will rematch Jeremy Stevens in a boxing match for some reason. But that is not he's actually making his pro boxing debut tonight in Rio. Probably happen in 2.5 hours. He actually makes the walkout. So let me see. Is there a way to watch this event? I don't think so.
Fight Pass.
It is on Fight Pass. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry.
I know that because I remember I was like, why does the UFC have Aldo going to the Hall of Fame right now? and then announced immediately after, you can see his boxing match on UFC Fight Pass.
Is this strictly a boxing card? Because there's a lot of MMA people on here.
MMA folks like to box.
Okay. Preliminary card on YouTube right now. I guess I'm sorry. The main card starting right now. I'm sorry. So the prelims happened on YouTube, as Casey pointed out. UFC Fight Pass also featured our. I guess I don't know if they're all MMA fighters, but certainly the ones that I'm familiar with. Of course, Marlon Sandro and Marcos Vinicius, Johnny Eduardo, the ageless one,
Marlon Sandro's fighting again.
Marlon Sandro, unfortunately, is fighting again. Yes, and not in prison, and
not
in,
okay.
yes, it's not good. It's not good. He should not be fighting. Johnny Eduardo, the ageless one, facing Yuri Alcantara, one of the Alcantara brothers. The other brother, Ildemar, is fighting another former UFC fighter, Hernani Perpetuo, and Jose Aldo in the main event against Emmanuel Zambrano. So that is going down. People, if you want to check that out on Fight Pass later, after you're done with our coverage, of course, like we said, Aldo.
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Zubaira Tukhugov is coming, and we might see the box for the sixth time. So you keep your stay tuned.
It's only 37 more minutes to wait for Zubaira in the box. At 10 pounds over his normal weight class.
1 second. I think I got some fake news in the chat.
Fake news. They got you. They got
Get out of here. Yeah, they got me. They made me waste my time checking Twitter. That is, so they won. Guess what? Troll, you won. You got me.
I don't like reading, and you make me read fake things.
That's the other thing that made me angry. Yeah, is that they made me read it all.
Yeah,
very upsetting.
Once you use that reading brain cells, they don't come back. They're gone.
That's right. I save my reading for brochures, movie posters,
Sky Mall magazines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I make sure not to read anything 12 hours before going on to a flight. So I've saved up my reading, units, as it were, for the flights.
Highlights magazine.
Mm-hmm. Movies subtitles? No. Dubbed only, please. Because I don't believe in watching movies sub. That's just absurd.
What was the fight? What was the fight when you realized Volkanovski is like, oh my god, this guy is really good?
Jose?
Chad Mendes.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
Smoked him.
The Darren Elkins fight was I was impressed when he beat Elkins because Elkins actually took him down, but when he did get taken down, he was up within half a second. So after that fight, I was like, wow, this guy's very good takedown defense. And then he fought Chad Mendes, and I was like, well, Darren Elkins struggled to hold him down. Chad Mendes is a better wrestler than Darren Elkins. And then if you remember, like everyone remembers that Chad Mendes fight is like Alex was like coming out party because I believe he finished him. But Chad,
it was a crazy fight. Like, it was a crazy fight. Yeah,
it was a crazy fight. Yeah, but I was also impressed that he had fought like pretty much his whole career before that was like in Australia or like that part of the world, and then his first fight, like American fight in the UFC, was like in Boise, Idaho, against Darren Elkins or something like that. So I was like, I hope he's been to America before, because Boise, Idaho is not how most places are in America.
Why did Chad Mendes take that fight? I wonder. Who did he fight?
Because that was so he had come back. Remember, he was suspended for like 2-3 years for a P.
Oh, the cream
USADA suspension. Yeah, and then he came back against Miles Jury.
Okay, so
at that point, I think he was just trying to like make up for lost time. Volk was on that crazy run.
Yeah, Volk was a very prospecty type fight. Yeah,
He was 5-0 in the UFC. Like I believe he was probably 17-1, 16-1. So
yeah, but
it was a bad one.
Okay, yeah, Hirota decision, Shane Young decision, finished Kennedy decision over Elkins, and Elkins is
Shane Young
like
Shane Young was a last minute flip too. That was his original opponent, so that was even a catch weight because they're teammates.
Yeah. Because Elkins is.
Shane looks good in that fight.
I actually don't remember that fight. Do not remember that fight.
What a perfect
lot of scrambles.
What a perfect rise to the top for him. We can say what we want about the promotion side of the UFC. They don't always do a good job building people up, but this is the way you do it. Like again, so 3-0 to start. Jeremy Kennedy, I think, is a step up, and then Darren Elkins step up from that, and then Chad Mendes, a guy who had fought for the interim title.
On I think on a pay-per-view main card, was it
Mendes?
It wasn't on the main card. It was just on the card when he fought Mendez.
I think it was.
no,
Oh,
it
really?
wasn't. It was on the main card. I'm sorry.
The
it was,
opener. The opener.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Then Jose Aldo, and then
that was
he
the
beats
Jones
Jose
Gus,
Aldo.
right?
Yeah, he beats Jose Aldo. He gets that title shot, and then the Max Holloway bunch of stuff. And I think, and the other thing that's kind of affected Volkanovski's popularity a little bit is probably because he beat a beloved fighter in Jose Aldo. He beat Max Holloway 3 times. People love Max Holloway. The quote, according to John Anik, the consensus greatest featherweight of all time, or at least that's what supposedly was. And people didn't like that, and especially the second fight that was so close. People really didn't like that, and I think only now people are finally starting to come around to like what a kind of cool personality Volkanovski is and how fun he is to watch, and that yes, he might be one of the 5 pound for pound greatest fighters of all time. And so it's a shame. It's a shame that this happened to Rashad Evans too. I remember Rashad Evans when he was coming up. After he knocked out Chuck, it was like there was nothing he could do to get people to like him.
I never got that. I never got that, but that was.
It was that.
Because I don't watch Tough and I don't care
Yes,
what happens
people
to
didn't.
Tough. And
People
like,
didn't
I
like
don't
his
like him
interaction.
because he was
Yes.
cocky on Tough, which is I know that's a cover for that. When you're saying that, you're really saying something else.
There's a little more to it than that. Yeah.
But,
No, I remember. Yeah.
I mean, I can completely understand if people don't like Tony Ferguson from his time on The Ultimate Fighter, because
Yes, that was bad. No, very regrettable moment.
That was very bad.
And like what Jed said, that's why no legitimate fighter prospect should ever go on The Ultimate Fighter, because unless like the end goal is like a belt or something, like you get to fight for a new weight class or something, because the only thing that comes from The Ultimate Fighter are bad things. only bad things.
We have a guy that won The Ultimate Fighter fighting for an interim championship tomorrow. Some things work out,
but that's not why he's there. I mean, that's not why he's there. The Ultimate Fighter. I'm saying bad. Like if you're, because like Yair, no one associates him with the Ultimate Fighter. He was just. I just happened to be.
I can guarantee you, no one in America watched Tough Latin America.
I'm not sure it happened. It's not true.
I did. Well, I did because I'd never missed a season, but I'm probably the only one here and on this side of the.
You've missed these.
Cheeto was on that season.
Can I be honest with you? I never watched the. I guess, and I don't count it because it wasn't called The Ultimate Fighter.
Which one? The Chinese one?
Loophole, the Chinese one. It was called something else.
Oh yeah.
What did they call it? It had a different name, so I don't count it. I don't. I'm allowed.
That
I
was
will.
nice.
I will. Yeah. What was he, a yoga guy on there? Or something? Not a yoga guy. Was he a yoga guy?
Yeah, that was episode. I watched the first episode because I kept hearing about the yoga guy.
That's like the most I remember hearing about it. So, someone said, "Why is Zubaira allowed to wait so long?" Everyone gets a 2-hour window, people. So if you come in early, great, but you don't have to. You get 2 hours. You get that time. And Zubaira may be taking longer than others, but certainly no special treatment. That's just the rules. You do not have to come in until that clock strikes 59, 0, whatever. I don't want to start saying times because the time zone bias, but. Do you guys have any inkling? So we saw a report. I think it was BJPen.com's Cole Shelton who broke this, that it will be, well, we knew the weight classes, bantamweight and lightweight, and it sounds like it will be a mix of the theme will be half of the bantamweights will be newcomers, half of them will be people who had fought in the UFC before, and same with the lightweights. So I don't know if I haven't heard anything, but I don't know if you guys have any idea. Like who do you think has a chance of getting the call back? People were joking Dennis Seaver should get called.
No, the only person that needs to be on the show is Will Brooks. Will Brooks has to be on the show.
There's no. You know who needs to be on the show? Because it would be hilarious. Artem.
Oh my god! Please.
Well, Artem, but in a more serious.
No,
sense. But Will Brooks, the guy who beat Chandler twice, like it's and had he clearly is a good fighter, just didn't have a great run in the UFC. He honestly deserves a second chance, and that is straight up real drama. But yeah,
do you remember when Cole Miller was like trying to get a fight with McGregor for the longest time?
He was
scheduled. He was scheduled.
He was the original opponent for
Scheduled.
Diego Brandao. Was the replacement. He was supposed to fight in Dublin.
For Cole Miller, I guess he's retired. I think he's retired, but
I think I bet.
Will Brooks is actively fighting still.
I bet someone like a Jason Knight.
I hope so.
Sure.
But he's
Yeah,
a 45er, so he's not bantamweight or lightweight. I guess
he could fight a lightweight.
He'd probably go to lightweight. He'd probably go to lightweight. Yeah.
And again, remember, this is the Ultimate Fighter where you compete on the show at one weight class, and then after it's over, you just drop back down to the more comfortable. So guys like him are actually ideal because he's like, oh, okay, I only have to make 155 for however many weeks, great, and then just drops back down to featherweight after.
I would rather I'd rather be all veterans. I don't need new guys. New guys can go in.
I would love another comeback season because those comeback seasons are always fun.
Yeah, because
they're always fun.
They did one though, didn't they? The redemption
they
one.
Did redemption
Only
one,
one.
and it ended horribly because stupid.
I did too.
Jesse Taylor.
Which at the time was a cool story when he won. Remember when he actually won the thing? And then it turned poo-pooed.
The man could not keep it together. That was so bizarre.
Joe Stevenson being on that season was weird.
And who else was on that season? One Mr. James Krause, which was just bizarre.
Oh yeah, James Krause.
Because he wasn't coming back.
He was literally in the UFC. Like it made no sense.
He had a UFC contract. I think he was just like, oh, I'm fighting on here because what? Yes.
Some breaking news, Casey.
Breaking news.
The flyweight fight between Shannon Ross and Kleydson Rodrigues is a go. Kleydson has been fined 20%.
Ooh.
Okay. There we go.
Say it, AK.
Oh, that fight. But I mean, oh yes, I'm sorry. It's a catchweight bout, and Clayton's being fined. But that bout with Shannon Ross, it is official. Don't we need catchweight music?
What's the catchweight?
Okay, it's fine. Don't worry about it now. Okay. I'm just letting people on Twitter know.
Are you telling me how to do my job? Is that what you're telling me to do?
Kind of am, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I literally am.
So we have a catchweight bout. How do we do this? All right, hold on.
With Rodrigues forfeiting 20% of his purse as penalty. Ouch. We have a miss. So, Casey, you can take that poll down now, I think.
Oh, no.
Oh, no, I'm just going to retweet.
Canceled. It's not canceled.
I was writing out a whole tweet, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to retweet Jose. Get Jose some clout. He deserves it.
Look at that. Look at those graphics. Look at that. Catchweight right there.
We were saying James Krause. Brandon saying James Krause went on Tough to get famous. That's probably part of it, but also
that's literally why everyone goes on Tough.
And also didn't the winner of that season get like a prize or something, like money?
A Harley. Don't they all get Harleys?
I think that particular season they were given like the winner got a specific prize, a specific cash prize. I could be wrong, but I believe that I think James Krause was like he wasn't getting fights frequently enough at the time. He's like so if I have this time off, or not time off, but time where I'm not competing, why don't I just do whatever how long the show takes to film? It's like it'd be the same as doing fight camp or something, and then at the end I get an extra check, and I'm still, win or lose, I'm still employed by the UFC.
Yeah.
He
bet it on himself. Nice.
Yeah. Listen, you might say it was a bit of a gamble. Where's my rim shot?
Did it?
No, we don't have that.
Jeez, man. All right, I got it.
That was too soon.
I do need a bigger soundboard here.
It's too soon.
I need to go more morning radio DJ. Yeah.
Brandon saying he admitted during the show he only wanted Tough to make more of a name for himself.
That's why. Yeah. Yeah.
I heard he got as a big boost to his Discord channel at the time.
Who goes on Tough? Goes, I'm going on Tough to get less famous.
I mean, some people go on there for weird reasons. I'm going on there to test myself. Test who I am as a human being.
I want to see how I can fight and if I'm a good roommate.
Yeah, I've been told people have trouble cohabitating with me. I'll show them.
Yeah.
That'd be an amazing promo. That person would become my favorite fighter if that is why they went on the show.
Dude, that guy's got a great guard and he did the dishes.
Just do a whole montage of what a great roommate this guy is. And before people say that would never happen, I'm telling you, there have been, I don't know how much people have been keeping track of the Ultimate Fighter. Again, there have been some dire seasons. Where literally the only footage they have is the fighters like getting in and out of bed, doing their laundry. It is rough. Now, is that better than when they were, applying them with alcohol and just praying that something horrible happened? Mileage may vary. I won't say either way, but it'd be nice if there was some sort of balance because they went from.
I oddly find that interesting and how, like seeing like, aren't you interested to see how like, I'm just using an example, like say, like, don't you want to know how Mike Perry does the laundry? You know,
Uh, yeah.
Mike Perry handling just regular day-to-day life things.
If only he had done The Ultimate Fighter, you would have an answer.
But the problem with the Ultimate Fighter, they shoot it like a bad reality show. So like even when they're training, like, oh, I hate it. Everything has like this boom. Just like, dude, they're just hitting mitts. You don't have to like sound effect everything. It's like the way they shoot it, and like everything's just like over dramatized. But actually, I'm kind of into boring Ultimate Fighter.
It's fine if the cast
No,
is
no.
good.
Just where like the point is like, oh, let's just see fighters do mundane things.
Oh, super, like extra boring.
Yeah, like boring. Like that's the goal. I know that's bad TV, but that's what I want.
Ariel and the crew on the MMA Hour were saying, the show needs some sort of overhaul, and they're not wrong. The last time they did anything and really changed the
They
format,
wear baseball jerseys instead of basketball jerseys.
yeah, that'll really mix it up. Hockey jerseys. Those are the great.
Wrestling singlets.
Oh, singlets, yeah.
Yeah, Carla. Dude, I got so pissed when Carla Esparza, when the UFC took away Carla Esparza's singlet, which she used to always fight in. Just took away everything she had. Yes, wrestling singlets.
What's they got? They couldn't get a single sponsor.
Or just like togas, like in Gladiator times.
No, they should elect them like the heavyweights.
Sandals, too.
Imagine if Parker Porter and Justin Tafa were coming out like Baz Rutten in Pancrase with the pro wrestling tights.
Pro wrestling shorts, pro wrestling black shorts, black.
What a treat that would be.
Dream.
Someday, hopefully. Someday.
Hey, have you seen Sexy Yama and that new reality show on Netflix?
I've heard it's really good, and they treat him like a god.
I do not like reality TV.
Uh-huh.
That show is actually pretty decent. It's kind of well done. I'm actually I was like, ooh, this could be a good American remake if they do it like that. But it's not as bad. And Sexy Yama's in it, and there is a faux MMA fight on it. It's good.
Of course there is. I want to say the last time the Ultimate Fighter really had any sort of overhaul was Ultimate Fighter 17, John Jones, Chael Sonnen season. That's what, of course, there's more of a technical thing. HD TVs, were becoming the standard, so they kind of upgraded their cameras. They started doing the testimonials with the dome light behind the people or in front of the people. I guess
the big ring light, yeah. But
the
they
big
never
ring
want
light, right?
Yeah, they still do it. It's the same. It's
still
exactly the same.
So that was 14 seasons ago, and they haven't changed since then. This was 2013. So in 10 years, they have kept that same form. Again, and it was really cool. I remember when they did it, like the Ultimate Fighter 17. One, they had, of course, big name coaches, John Jones, Chael Sonnen, and then the new look. And I was like, oh, cool. Like, they've really changed up the show. They also started doing, showing more footage from like back home. Obviously, like they sent the fighters cameras before they went on the show to record footage, or they sent teams out there. I don't know. But either way, they had footage of the fighters in their houses outside the show. They started integrating that in. It was a good. It's just been this way for 10 years now. It's like they do need some sort of overhaul.
I like Tough 20.
Tough 20.
What was that?
Help me. Oh, champion will be crowned.
The debut of the strawweights.
That was a good one as well.
That Rose and Carla. Yeah, debut of strawweights. Yeah.
A lot of the tournament ones have been good.
Rose and Carla, the strawweight season, that was actually really awesome. And this season right here, I don't know, with Bisping and Mayhem, two coaches who actually fought.
Oh yeah,
had a great rivalry and incredibly good talent in that room, on the show. And incredibly good talent.
Yeah. That's the top 5 season.
And they were both very good coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
both good coaches. Great, good guy versus bad. Mm-hmm. For people who didn't watch the season, believe it or not, Jason Miller
was bad guy.
Bisping was a bad guy. Jason Miller was the good guy in this scenario. Mm-hmm. Believe me, this was a long time ago. And yes, you had so many talents who went on to have long, not just UFC careers, but who have long MMA careers, are still competing in combat sports now. Yeah. John Dodson, bare knuckle boxing. I mean,
look at that. I think Johnny Bedford just recently retired, but he had a good run. Dennis Bermudez was on that. Dennis Bermudez was he in that? Was he in that one too? Yeah, Dennis Bermudez.
Marcus Brimage, Dillashaw.
Diego Brandao won the thing. Yeah.
Steven Seiler, he's still fighting, guys.
Yeah.
Steven Seiler he fought in his 60th fight just a couple of months ago.
Yeah. But that's
Yeah.
But we just know unless they do a redemption season where it's all like vets, so at least we have a kind of connection to it. Like there's just not enough prospects spread out between contender series, looking for a fight. I don't know what
road to UFC. Road to UFC just happened, right?
There's just too many shows.
That's a lot.
I mean, too many whatever content the UFC needs to.
I think they still kind of do looking for a fight. You know, we were talking to Calvin Cater earlier today. He said that Dana White will be at his upcoming show that they're going to have in Massachusetts, and I don't know if it's looking for a fight brand anymore.
The scale's moving.
The scale's moving. Is he just playing? This guy is not like this is a much more meticulous scale man than we usually see in Vegas.
Scale man? Is that
a scale man
title? Scale man? All right.
Scale man or scale woman. I apologize. Scale person.
Scale.
A little archaic of me, but yes, this scale person has been very meticulous. People go up there, and I think they're expecting to like just start posing right away. And he's like,
"Here you go, Casey.
Take her easy."
Oh, here we go. Whoa! Oh my God!
What? 6 times. I'm pinning this.
Say it. Well, I guess you have
breaking news, everyone. The record has been extended 6 times.
6.
The weigh-in box, the weigh-in assistance box has been brought out. Shattered the record earlier with 3.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh. All right. Listen, stop.
There's someone in the box. All right. Oh, I'm sweating.
Whoa. 157.5 for Zubaira Tukhugov. So 1.5 over, even including the 1 pound allowance. Sorry, let me let people know here.
Oh, I can't play the music too.
You cannot. We don't know. Yeah, I know. We don't even get to end on music.
Say it.
That fight is his fight with who was he? Elves Brenner. Excuse me, is not official. Very disappointing. Again,
box of redemption.
This is a box of shame now. It goes down as a box of shame. Okay, that's it. They are moving shop over to the RAC Arena for the ceremonials. So no, we will not be seeing any more weigh-ins. If Tukhugov weighs in again, it will be behind closed doors. Sorry guys, we won't have the stream of that. Very disappointing. This man Tukhugov historically has fought at featherweight and has had trouble making featherweight. You would hope him bumping up to 155 would have made things a little easier, but that is not the case. He misses weight for I believe the second time in his UFC career. Casey, shall we do a quick rundown here? Or Jose, do you need to bail now?
No, I've got some time. Actually,
okay.
We got like an hour.
All right, make it quick. Here we go.
All right, let's go.
2, 1.
In the main event, pound for pound, number 1, number 2, or number 2 for number 1, I'd say, Islam Makhachev, the UFC lightweight champion, defends his title against featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski. Both men made weight. Makhachev at 155, Volkanovski half a pound under, 154.5. The interim featherweight championship co-event between Yair Rodrigues and Josh Emmett, both competitors coming in 145 on the dot. Randy Brown and Jack Della Maddalena, also the same weight, both coming in at 171, using that 1 pound allowance for a non-title bout. Heavyweights, Justin Tafa, Parker Porter coming in at a combined 530 pounds. Tafa 266, Porter 264. Opening the main card, light heavyweights, Jimmy Crute, Alonzo Menifield at 204.5, 206, respectively. Closing out the prelims are light heavyweights, Tyson Pedro at 206, and the returning Modestas Bukauskas at 206. And then Josh Culibao weighing in at 146 for his featherweight bout with Melstik Bagdasaryan also coming in at 146. Kleydson Rodrigues, our first fighter to miss weight. He came in at 127, did not make a second attempt that we saw anyway. He will fight in a catch weight bout against Shannon Ross, who weighed in at 125.5. Kleydson forfeiting 20% of his purse as penalty. Lightweights, Jay Mullarkey and Francisco Prado successfully made. Mullarkey 155, Prado 154.5. Jenkins coming in at 145.5 against featherweight John Shainis 146. Our lone strawweight fight in the card, Loma Lookboonmee at 115.5. Elise Reed the same at 115.5. Blake Bilder coming in at 146 against former Bilder, Shane Young, who came in at 145.5. And then we just saw Zubaira Tukhugov, unfortunately, normally a featherweight, missed the lightweight limit, 157.5, 1.5 pounds over. His opponent successfully made weight, Elvis Brenner, 155.5. We are waiting to see if that bout will proceed at a catch weight, and if so, what penalty Zubaira Tukhugov will face. So that fight is not official. We don't know if that is happening, but fingers crossed they keep it together, and Elvis Brenner gets a little chunk of Tukhugov's check. And there you go, guys. That is all 26 fighters. A couple of misses. Otherwise, everyone on. And our title fights are on. So thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I think we can sign off here, Casey. Again, this is a pay-per-view, so we will have ceremonial weigh-ins. Jose was taking his whole operation down. Oh, and the walls are coming down. The walls, they want us out. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. The walls are coming down. They are moving this over again. RSC Arena, 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. Pacific Time. We will have ceremonials for you. Preview show, if you guys are wondering, we already recorded, already had one of those. That's live on MMA Fighting's YouTube. So please make sure to check that out. We had very special guest, Calvin Cater, an absolute delight, and a lot of great insights and funny jokes and calling out trolls, which is hilarious. And otherwise, we'll look out for the Q&A on Saturday, pre-fight Q&A it'll be before showtime, probably sometime around 5:15 Eastern Time, or 2:15 Pacific Time. Prelims start 6 p.m., another set of prelims 8 p.m., and then the main card on ESPN Plus pay-per-view 10 p.m. Thank you, everyone, for Jose Young's on site, for EKC Leiden in the truck, and I am Alexander K. saying 6 times the box of redemption. My gosh.
History was made tonight.
6 times, baby. 6 times. Oh, you can't see my other hand. There we go. 6 times.
So good. Oh, man. And on your birthday, too.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Look at that scale. Look at that advertisement. My goodness.
Good night.